Take 100. Hey everyone, it's Shireen Simon, and we are still at Hope Blooms, and now we are sitting with Mr. Kolade. Kolade is the manager of social business and innovation. Hello and good evening, Kolade. How are you doing?
Doing good, Shireen. I'm excited to be able to do this conversation with you and just like share our product.
I am excited to hear your story.
Yeah.
All of the entrepreneurs that came out here today, they're all amazing. They're young, they are smart, they are exciting, and they love their vegetables.
Yes, sir. See, that's a beautiful thing about, I guess, Hope Blooms is that like we focus a lot about food, and food is like our, kind of say like it's like our playground.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's where we kind of like, you get to meet people, you get to have conversations, you build relationships, and like we always like to foster that with the youth. And it's great to see that they're like, oh,
they love it.
They love it, right? It's great. That's great.
Yeah. So how long has Hope Blooms been open?
So Hope Blooms has been around since 2007.
Okay.
So that's
a long time.
Yeah. We've, almost 16 years now?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
16, 15. I think I'm ballparking too high, but around there, yeah.
Okay.
So started off as a small plot of land.
Okay.
We had like 6 beds.
And it was still here?
Exactly this location. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where the garden is. So we started with 6 beds.
Okay.
And then over the years slowly started scaling up, expanding, and now we have 82 beds.
82 beds?
Yes, 82
Oh, you guys are doing a lot of gardening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we should have got some of that footage.
Yeah. I mean, we probably,
here for the rest of the week. Yeah, I'll pass through. Okay. So how long, because now you work here.
Yeah.
But you actually started in the program.
Exactly.
So how old were you when you started the program?
So I started when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
This was the first time I immigrated to Canada for the first time.
Okay. And where'd you immigrate from?
From Nigeria.
Okay.
Born and raised there.
Yes.
And
Nigeria. Stand up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My people.
Right.
Yeah, so born in Nigeria, immigrated here, had no friends, made a friend, and she introduced me to Hope Blooms, and then ever since I've just like kind of been a part of the program. It felt like home to me.
Yeah.
Most of my friends, I met most of my lifelong friends from here.
Okay.
And most of my friends now I like hang with are just all from here. So it's pretty dope.
That's awesome. And were you were in the program from 8 years old right until you went to university?
Exactly, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And so did you benefit from, like, what were the benefits that you got from being in the program and going to university?
Yeah, so the first benefit that instantly came to mind, like I said, was the ability to kind of feel a sense of belonging in the community.
That's very important.
And and then the next one was just, I got a lot of development, and I always tell people, like I said, I always tell my friends, like, 'cause I interned here every summer before I fully started working full time.
Okay.
And I just tell my friends, man, it's like my training camp. Like,
yes.
Like I go and like put through like the most rigorous, challenging like activities. I'm like learning things that I wouldn't learn or I'm being exposed to from my age.
Right.
And like that was where like I seen at an early age I picked that up, the benefit of the exposure to opportunities and exposure to just like networking with people, like interacting with people, and just like being able to like create without any boundaries.
Yes, and that's awesome that Hope Blooms gives you that liberty.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That liberty. And you're right, when you talk about like creation, all of these products come from a very creative space.
Yeah.
And even gardening, there's something that's just so satisfying with like getting your hands in the soil, but also you're watching the creation. And literally, I was going to say the fruits of your labor, but like the vegetables and the fruits of your labor.
Exactly.
Yeah. So how many different types of produce do you guys actually grow here?
Yeah, so we grow a wide variety of produce. So we most of our products are like kind of like the basics, like carrots, we have tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchinis, squashes, like some type of like some melons, not like watermelon. We don't grow that. That would be great actually if you did. That would be fantastic. A lot of vegetables and a lot of herbs.
Right. So, what kind of herbs?
So most of the herbs we grow are like kind of like basil, sage, thyme, dill, and these herbs go into our fresh herb dressing product.
Right.
So and then we also have some fruits actually. We have some strawberries, some blueberries. These are really new. Yeah. We have a pear tree that's in the works.
Okay.
It's not ready yet.
But then that's a new recipe.
Exactly.
Right? Oh wow! See, there's that creativity.
Thinking,
yeah. So so was the salad dressing was the first product?
Exactly. The first vehicle, we like to call it.
Okay. Yeah. And how many flavors did you guys start with initially?
So we initially had one.
Okay, which one was it?
It was a fresh basil pesto. That's like the original OG.
Oh wow. Okay, one. Yeah, the OG.
That's the OG one, like It's been around like the longest one.
And some of the ladies said that. Well, one of the ladies said that that one is her favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you started to branch out.
Exactly. So when we started off, we started off with one.
Yeah.
Expanded to 4.
Okay.
But the 4 dresses we had at a time, the only one that stayed was a fresh herb. The other ones we don't make them no more.
Okay.
So over the years, we've kind of like tweaked our recipe.
Yeah.
Try to like fit what certain trends, try to be relevant with it, and it's like, I guess like create dressings and like gourmet dresses that are like.
That you can use for more than just salad dressing.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
And that's what we realized there's a bigger market.
Yes.
And bigger scope to what we can do.
Yes, because you can actually cook with these.
Exactly.
Yeah. And get very creative. So the ladies talked about it being great for a dip,
Yeah.
but I look at it, I think I see my daughter has hidden it over there.
Yeah.
It's the seasonal one.
Yep.
I think it's cranberry, chive, and what else?
Pepper cranberry chive.
Oh, pepper, yeah.
Peppered cranberry
That
chive.
sounds delicious.
It is. It's a Christmas special.
Yeah.
And it's like you know Thanksgiving supper with crimp?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, so it's kind of like sweet and hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that on a meat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Sorry, vegans and vegetarians.
I mean, you can't
Yeah,
put
you
it on
can.
like mushrooms.
Yeah.
I know mushrooms are a big trend now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that.
You can't put on mushrooms. You're right.
Mushroom
You're
steak
right.
or whatever.
Yeah. Kolade. You can't put it on the mushroom
Yeah.
steak. Actually, that would probably be a really nice sauce with some mushrooms.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do some cooking.
No, we do.
We talked about this
We
before.
do.
We have to
Yeah.
do some cooking. Okay, so how many kids would you say have gone through this program? Just like high level estimate.
Okay, we have different levels within Hope Blooms.
Yeah.
So when you begin, there's kind of like the youth level.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the ages of, now we accept 5 to roughly 9 years old.
Okay.
And then after, then we have like opportunity for junior leaders in training.
Okay.
So this is kind of like people, preteens,
Right.
early teens.
So is that some of the social enterprises that came today?
No, they're like
They're above that?
Above that, they're junior
Okay.
leaders. So
Okay.
like you go through, we have like programming. You go through the programming, you get exposed about business. You do camps. So
Yeah.
you kind of get like slowly kind of like prepped for it, and
Yeah.
then when you get to the point where like you're a teenager, and like these girls and I guess the groups of guys who were here who
Yeah.
interview you,
Yeah.
they kind of pitch an idea of a social enterprise.
Right.
And then
right.
that's where we start working backwards with them. So okay, how do we make it happen?
Right.
And then logistics and all that good stuff.
That's amazing that the
Yeah.
kids actually get to come up with the idea. And you said pitching.
Exactly. Yeah.
At that young age, to not only pitch an idea, but start actually doing that work back
Exactly.
to execute the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
healing tools, and then to answer your questions,
Yeah.
we right now we have over 150 youth signed up,
wow.
and we
In this neighborhood alone?
in this neighborhood. We only operate in the North End downtown neighborhood.
Right.
And
right.
then our alumni network has expanded from, we started with 4 universities, now we're at 10 universities.
Wow.
And this year alone, we gave out 16 scholarships,
That's amazing.
excluding me because I'm graduated.
Yes.
16 other kids.
Yeah. No, but that's so impressive. And honestly, every dollar helps when you're going back to when you're going to
Exactly.
university
Oh my
or
God.
college, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
if they can take this and they can buy their books, or it helps reduce costs of their tuition, it's all beneficial.
Have some
for them.
spending money if you need, right?
Exactly,
Yeah, so, like,
exactly. Get that first beater car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yes. Okay, so obviously because you've come back every summer,
Mhm.
obviously this gives you a sense of fulfillment.
Mhm.
What's your favorite part of Hope Blooms?
The kids. I think
Hands
his
down?
answer is already like when my boss offered me the job.
Yes.
Like the job was pretty intense,
Yeah.
but just knowing though, I guess like the totality of my actions and me being here and like just working with the youth was
Yes.
bigger than me. That was
Yes.
enough to say yes.
Yeah.
And so once I was look back at myself, I'm like, okay, like why do I do this? It's the youth. Because I was once in that position. I remember like having like, oh, that guy's so cool.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm not.
Now you're that
I
cool
am
guy.
able to be not something cool, but I'm able to be. I guess like I'm able to kind of open the doors more and like
Yeah.
let more people do what they want to do and like what I thought was like good and
Yeah.
what I thought would be like I guess like cool at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the entire process is pretty cool. I'm inspired. You know,
Yeah.
I love you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
I'm totally inspired. You guys have built the playground. The guys talked about the basketball
Yeah.
court. They talked about the music studio
Yeah.
that's being built. Like, it must be so inspiring to these young people because almost anything that they want to do, vegetables are literally enabling that to happen.
Exactly, and that's the mindset we really and like the mindset and like I guess it's like the whole idea we reason why Hope Bloom started was to be like, that's why our slogan is, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
It says our slogan is, when you change the way you look at things,
Yeah.
the things you look at change.
Yes.
And that's what we try to, like, every youth is like, you are an actual change maker. Like,
Yeah.
your actions and what you do in the world matters, and people and like, we have to realize that these are the next future leaders. Like,
Yes. Yes.
inevitably, or so he's like, why not set them up perfectly?
Yeah,
Set
and
them up for that.
I love that you guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I
it's all
love
good.
that the program starts at such a young age.
Mhm.
Why is it so important to start at such a young age?
We're really big. We're really big on generational impact.
Yes.
That's where we start at a young age, because
Yeah.
then we can start kind of like exposing youth to things, and then it's naturally just harder, and I feel like adults and like older people are just more conditioned to the world,
Yeah.
right? More conditioned, and it makes
Yeah.
it harder to kind of like be open to try things. And then we're working with youth, like they're just like geniuses, creative geniuses, running around throwing ideas on the wall. And it's just like, when you have that energy going around and you have people who can like help facilitate,
Yeah.
you just create it. Just like, the magic is just crazy. You can't stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It is pretty awesome. When we came in here today, you could feel the energy.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just
You guys came
excited.
to our last garden night.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are in the greenhouse. So
Yeah.
here's the question: what do you do with the vegetables in the winter?
Oh, what do we do with them in the winter?
Yeah, like what happens here? I don't know. What
So
happens
this
here?
greenhouse is completely off the grid.
Okay.
So I funny thing about it, I designed this greenhouse.
You designed this
Yeah.
greenhouse.
There's a photo of me on the wall right there.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it's when I was 14.
Okay,
So,
we missed that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
Get that picture. Yeah.
So designing when I was 14, I worked with the builders right in Nova Scotia. Shout out them. They were
Yes.
super cool
Shout
people.
out. Yeah.
I spent like a month and a half like just like ideating some like, I guess, like greenhouse architecture designs. Lady
Yeah.
went on Google and was like, I like this, I like this, I like this, and I just drew a piece.
Yeah.
Said, here you go. Not thinking about the effect, the bigness, how serious this was.
This is
I was 14,
huge.
I'm like, yeah, here you go. A bunch of old people.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah.
They're like, who's this guy? Like,
Yeah.
they're like, come here, come. So I was like, oh, cool, sure, I want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I was also a very open-minded kid.
Yeah.
So I was like, all the time my friends, I always chase my curiosity.
Yes.
So when things like that come out, I'm like, oh, just see where it goes. And then like,
I love that.
so this greenhouse is completely off the grid. We can grow here full year round in here.
Okay.
Everything is like, it's really custom. You can't find a place like this probably in Canada.
Okay.
Like the back walls is a mix of hemp, cement, and wood chips. Acts as a kind of like a thermal incubant.
Oh wow.
So it stores
The
like,
heat inside of it.
and then
Yeah.
releases at nighttime, which regulates this whole building.
That's so
And it's
impressive.
not connected to no power grid. The
Yeah.
windows are double layered with air bubbles, same as the back wall.
Yeah.
Heat incubate, thermal, does a thing.
What did you study?
Nothing. I didn't. Just being
But you just
exposed.
finished university.
Okay, I don't. Oh, you school wise. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't like.
But but this is okay. So they
Yeah.
worked with you obviously because
Yeah.
at 14 you weren't like, listen,
Yeah.
what we need is like, you need to get these chips.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
wasn't you at 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's quite. You are right.
Yeah.
Definitely social business and innovation.
Yeah.
Because this is innovative.
Yeah. But I went to school for marketing and
Okay.
my major in marketing and minor in philosophy.
Okay.
And I'm also like big geek and tech nerd. So
Oh, that's awesome.
I've always been like into like just like researching and like what's happening in the world. And it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
But that pays off here, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It pays off here. Yeah, because even if so you guys start off with like the playground.
Yeah.
You do the basketball court.
Mhm.
How do you get into music? Because
This is
that's bringing technology to it now.
Yeah.
Right? So how does like basil and mint and blueberries and I can see tomatoes and
Yeah.
I know we got mushrooms behind us.
Yeah.
How does this bring us to like a music studio?
So what happened was a funny thing. Me and my best friend Makai Clayton, he's a local artist here.
Yeah.
And 2018, this is like before I went to university. I was like bored.
Yeah.
So we were bored and we were like, you know what?
Wait, I feel like you're like downplaying this. Don't do that. Don't do this. We were bored.
Yeah.
No,
no.
don't
Genuinely, we were actually just like bored. Like we're gonna do something.
Okay.
And we're gonna do something like, especially being part of Hope Blooms.
Yeah.
We've been exposed to such a business and we're always on sales and like no, we can. Like the Asia's not a limit. We're not
Not
limited.
at all. Not at all.
Me and co-founded a record label in the city.
Okay.
And then through that, we building the record label. Jesse was like, "Wow, you guys are like, just like the management and
Yeah.
like all like the stuff we were doing. We did like host our own live shows in the city.
Yeah.
And then we got offered to do a music camp at Hope Blooms.
Okay.
So for the last 2 years, we did one this summer and last summer.
Oh, you did one this summer.
And our first was last summer.
What's happening at the camps?
So what we did was like a full like crash course on music.
Okay.
And we taught them. So I specialize in kind of like music management.
Okay.
And I run the business side of music. And Kai is like a full-on producer, singer, songwriter.
Yes.
And then we have another guy named Luke. He's also a co-founder of LDN.
Okay.
And he's a producer and kind of like artist management.
Yes.
So we just brought their heads in. We created a 1-week curriculum.
Yeah.
Where it was like you start off with kind of like beat making, producing, songwriting.
Yeah.
And then this year we did a lot of music business. We did some album cover making. And then we're hoping next summer when we're doing that camp, bring into music videos. So we're kind of like slowly like upping
You're
it.
building it
every
up.
year.
Yeah.
And like we did not know how it was gonna turn out.
How many kids? How many participants?
We had 20 kids,
That's
small
a lot.
group.
That's good. That's good.
Ages of like 11 to like 15.
Okay.
And like man, they were like they loved it.
Yeah.
And we ended off with a concert series, and we got the parents to come out. They all made songs.
Yeah.
Performed in front of the
And
parents.
you guys served your food.
Served the food.
Yeah.
And then, like had like literally like a mini concert on the field here.
Yeah.
And then through that, kids were like, no. And then that's how the Hot Cocoa Boys were like, because they're like they hang with us all the time. Like,
Yeah.
one of them's a younger brother.
Yeah.
So they knew we made music, and they were like, we always like, oh, come chill in the studio with us.
Yeah.
And it's like watch the process. So they just always got exposed to it.
Yeah.
Like literally.
You guys are like their mentors.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we like be intentional
Yes.
with it, and so that's how the idea at music camp, that was the studio idea was theirs. I did not think that we were ever gonna like, let's go make a studio.
Yeah.
We just did a camp.
Yeah.
It's
But
like-
it's impressive.
yeah.
It's so impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love coming here. You guys are so inspiring.
Oh, thank you,
This
thank you.
entire program,
Yeah.
the kids, everything you guys are doing is so inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't even know where to go from this. Well, there's the university scholarships.
Yes.
How impactful has that been for the kids going through the program?
Oh my God. I think very impactful. We actually just did. We usually don't do a lot of like reports and like data and like infographic stuff, but we
Yeah.
actually like started doing it this year.
Okay.
And crazy because we know when you do something, you're so in it, you don't think about what you're doing.
Yes.
It's like one of those ones. So right now, the scholarship we've
How many scholarships have you given out so far, if you can recall?
over $100,000,
Damn.
and this all comes from fresh herb dressing sales, nothing else.
That's crazy.
Literally, like
That's crazy.
and that's
Buy
really-
some salad dressing, people.
please. It's-
You're
yeah.
sending kids with money, with scholarships to their university and their
Exactly.
colleges. Yeah.
With that, so most of the youth who come through Hope Blooms are
Yeah.
either first generation in their family to go to universities.
Oh wow.
That's what we found out. Statistics.
Right.
We didn't really. I guess we didn't see how deep. We didn't know how deep it was going.
Yeah.
But a lot of majority of kids
They're the first
first
one
to go,
in their
yeah,
in their
to go to
family.
university or college.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have siblings?
I do have siblings. Yeah.
And they're all younger than
Yeah,
you?
all younger one.
So you're
younger
obviously the first as well.
First as well, my younger sister.
Yeah.
She's receiving it right now. She's at SMU.
Okay.
Third year. My other young sister will be next. My little brother will be next. So it's like.
Oh wow.
So that's the thing. Like it's kind of like it becomes a trickle down effect
Yes.
within families. Because then it's like now like another person in your family has
Yeah.
entered this kind of like, I guess like next level in their life and like
Yeah.
next like sense of like achievement.
Yes.
So you're able to you're able to add to your family, right?
Absolutely.
While your parents are still doing their thing, but you're able to start contributing now.
Yeah.
From just
But
your-
you're doing more than that because you're learning the importance of creating your own and building your own food.
Yeah.
Right? Making your own food, growing your own food.
Yeah.
So you're learning the importance of agriculture.
Yes.
Then you're going home and we heard today like some of the families talk about cooking more. You are learning about health-wise. You're being
Yeah.
health conscious.
Mhm.
You're learning the business aspect,
Yep.
right? That, as you said, it's a mindset. So from the age of like 5 to like 18, you can do anything.
Yep.
Those boys are like 15 and 16, and they've literally seen 3 big things come out of their businesses.
Business. Yeah. How many 13 years say?
Yeah, I can
They
say
built-
that,
I was
yeah.
telling you, you guys literally built a basketball court. You
That's what I'm
understand,
saying. That's what I'm
how
there's
crazy that is.
That's what I'm saying. So there's
you know how crazy
there's
that
the playground.
Yeah.
There's the basketball court.
And now
Every
studio.
single time
Yeah.
I bounce that ball, I'd be like, I did this. I did
No,
this.
literally.
Yeah, like seriously.
Yeah.
I did this. And I did this. And I did this. And I did this.
That.
And you see the flick of the
Yeah,
wrist?
but-
Yeah. But like every single time, you can't help but be so proud.
Exactly.
So proud.
Yeah.
The parents, and to your point, it's you, it's your brother, it's your sister, it's all of these kids with their siblings. It takes a little bit of pressure off for the parents because these kids are motivated to go to school.
Exactly.
They're motivated to do whatever they want just because they came to the garden, the
Exactly.
local garden.
Yep.
That's so
And that's the beauty.
impactful.
Like so many parents is like, man, thank you.
Yeah.
And we're just like we're so used to doing the work, we don't like, oh, like thank you, but like we got stuff to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Kind of, but it's like it's nice to be like, wow, like
Yeah.
parents are literally like, thank you for doing this. Like my kid would usually be outside doing nothing.
Yeah.
Now they're like, I don't have to worry. Like I know like
Where they are, what
where
they're
at,
doing,
exactly,
yeah, what
like,
they're learning.
What they're learning. Like so many moms and like dads, like especially ones part of who have the social enterprises, are just like the kids are making money, like
Yes.
monthly, like making more money than I ever was as that
At that
age.
age,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, way more money than like
I was playing hide and seek. I
Exactly.
definitely was not cooking.
yeah. And these guys are like still like doing that, but like now they're bringing in money. Like they can buy their own clothes, back to school shopping, like
Yeah.
so it's pretty dope. Yeah.
And it's a lifestyle. Like
Exactly.
I was asking the guys, the hot cocoa boys, where do they see themselves going? Do they see themselves continuing to be an entrepreneur, or do they see themselves, maybe going into architecture, right? Like either one is fabulous because they've done so much at the prime age of like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And like some of them said like, one said basketball,
Yeah.
and one said he's probably going to go into business school,
Yeah.
right? And another one said he'll probably just stay in being an entrepreneur. So like when you see it at this age and you get older, like you probably don't even go through I experienced, like we talk about things like imposter syndrome and things like that at an adult age, but these young kids, their mindset is already open and ready, and they know they can do the possibilities, like
Exactly,
anything is possible,
Yeah.
right?
Like towards what you're saying, like I feel like it kind of becomes your identity,
Yes.
especially when you start so early. It's like there comes that damn like
It's a
I can
part
do
of them.
this.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not like what you say doesn't
Impact
mean
anything,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's,
It's very cool. It's very cool. So I see you still have one more business. We weren't
Yes.
able to meet with these ladies.
Yes.
This is lovely. It's a new brand that's coming.
Yep.
What is the brand?
So this is our Tri Gold Beauty.
Yes.
So this is completely kind of like off-center from what we usually offer.
Yes.
We offer a lot of like food stuff. This is actually a skincare line, beauty line that we're dropping very soon.
Yes.
We have a body butter
Yes.
and we have a scrub.
Yes, and
And
they smell amazing.
They do smell amazing. Yes.
And so the ingredients,
Yeah.
are the fruits coming from the garden as well?
Oh no. It's too weekly. No.
I thought you were gonna say yes.
There's a lot of like, especially skin stuff. There's
Yeah.
a lot of regulations
Okay,
around
okay.
it, and like you have to kind of like there's a lot of safe food handling.
Yes.
And like if we're to grow our own food and do it,
Yes.
it's like very like we have to be like get it inspected. So what we
Yes.
do is that these things are mostly just oils.
Okay.
So we buy very high quality oils, source them locally,
Okay.
so that we want to give people quality and try to keep it as organic.
Yes.
So and one thing I love about the body butter is that, man, as a black person, I get ashy super
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
This is actually one of the few creams in the world I've used that I can wash my hands and not be ashy.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is even this possible. Like
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but like, well, yeah, the fruits. It's not really fruits. It's more like it's all essential oils.
Okay.
And
okay.
like yeah,
Okay,
But
but
yeah.
that's still impressive.
Yeah.
And so, and I love the name. So the name is Tri Gold.
beauty. Yeah.
Tri Gold Beauty.
Well, try go for short.
Yeah.
Try go for
And I
short.
love the logo,
Yes.
right? So what does Tri Gold Beauty represent?
So Tri Go Beauty represents kind of like I would say woman empowerment,
Okay.
and like hence like this is a all girls business.
Yes.
So we want to chop into kind of like we're really big on like taking care of yourself and like kind of like self care. So this is where this kind of came from.
Right.
And the proceeds from this is going back to food programs and all girl camps and programming.
You guys are just
Yeah.
hands down
It was not-
amazing.
The youth.
The youth.
They
the
came
youth.
up with that.
Well,
Like, they
Kolade,
seriously
you
came
can
up
you
with
can
that,
pat
yeah.
yourself on the back as
Yeah.
well, and of course Jesse as
Yeah.
well. But because you went through the program
Yeah.
and you kept coming back,
Mhm.
you kept coming back, and now like you're running the program as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
right? And so and now you're like also giving the accreditations back to the youth as well.
Yeah.
So it's a full circle.
Yeah.
You are literally the prodigy. Like it is a full
Yeah.
circle. I'm so impressed. If there's one thing that you could, if there's one thing that you could tell an entrepreneur or tell someone that was considering the program, what would that be?
Oh, actually, two things.
Sure.
Be fearless and always make sure to have fun.
That's awesome.
Always.